You've probably heard it 100 times. You need to take better care of yourself. But what does that actually mean? And why is it so essential in your 40s and above? In this episode, I'm diving into some of the shifts that I've personally made over the last couple of years to slow down. Not because I'm lazy, but because I realized that my old pace was burning me out. So let's start with the truth. You are not wired the same way that you were at 25. Your body, your hormones, your nervous system, they're all changing. And with those changes comes a heightened sensitivity to stress. The push through, get it done, hustle mentality that may have worked in your 30s, well, it starts to backfire in this phase of life. That tension that you feel in your chest, the anxiety that creeps out of nowhere, the irritability, the fatigue, the feeling of I'm doing everything right, but I still don't feel like myself. A lot of it comes from always doing, pushing, fixing, and controlling. And those of you who identify as type A women, yeah, I'm talking to you because I used to be you. In our 40s, as hormones are shifting, your body is asking for something else. And it's not just about taking long baths or going to a yoga class or getting a pedicure, although those things are wonderful, but there's more to it. And if you caught last week's episode on the nervous system and why it's the missing piece for so many women in midlife, awesome. If not, I highly recommend you go back and listen to it because today I want to build on that a bit by sharing what this actually looks like in daily life. So I used to jam everything I could into Mondays. I thought that if I hit the ground running and knocked things off my long to-do list that I would feel accomplished. I also worked crazy hours. I thought that I had to work 9 to 5 like everybody else and then some because I had my own business. It took me a really long time to realize why I started my own business in the first place, for flexibility, for time freedom. But I was not doing that. No. I had this old story that I had to work really, really hard, even more than others, to prove myself, to prove my worth. And that was bullshit. I was anxious, I was overwhelmed, I was overstimulated by 10 a.m. in the morning, and that pressure was completely self-imposed. It was wearing me down. Now, in my 40s, I mostly, because I am human and sometimes slip, ease into my day and week without rushing, without forcing, without that self-imposed pressure. Because when we work smarter, not harder, when we learn how to manage our time with intention, when we drop the hustle mentality and honor our bodies and our changing hormones, everything changes. Now, you may be thinking, well, that's nice for you, Claudia. You have your own business, you work from home, and you don't have kids. I get that. I really do. My life is different than most women, but running a business, especially after the last 4 to 5 years, as the online landscape has changed drastically, supporting clients in the way that we do, leading a team, staying up to date on research, which is always changing, creating content for this podcast, and showing up on social media. None of this is for the faint of heart, my friend. I have a lot on my plate, in addition to personal stuff, right? Making time to connect with my partner, taking care of my dog, supporting family, and prioritizing my health as I navigate perimenopause myself. The things, though, that I'm sharing with you today are things that I believe anybody can do regardless of your life choices. So I'm going to cover what it looks like to adopt a slower, more feminine rhythm that actually supports your energy, metabolism, mood, and nervous system, and how the fast pace that most of us are used to greatly impacts our perimenopausal symptoms. You know, the way we've been taught to operate, constantly doing, producing, achieving, doesn't really feel good to us, at least not for me. And many clients tell me the same. They wish they could work part-time, slow down, even get fired, work less. And some have been forced to because their symptoms are so life-altering. As we experience these hormone shifts, we do become more stress sensitive. Estrogen and progesterone are declining and fluctuating. Cortisol becomes harder to regulate. Your nervous system gets activated more easily. Your thyroid may slow down, and your body tends to become less forgiving when you override its signals. And this isn't about gloom and doom. It's the reality of many women. But I don't believe that we need to suffer through this or just accept it as our fate. And trust me, I feel it too. Most days I feel pretty damn good because of all the things that I do for my health and with the help of HRT. But right now, at the time of this recording, I'm about a week away from my period and I'm feeling irritable. I woke up this morning a bit anxious. I actually kind of snapped at Mike, my partner. So I know the things that I'm about to share are vital, not just all the time, but especially during this time of the month. So I'm going to be implementing them myself. What we used to get away with, pulling all-nighters, skipping meals, drinking a lot of alcohol, pushing through fatigue, over-exercising, it all really starts to catch up in this season of life. And the symptoms that many women experience are anxiety, insomnia, irritability, weight gain, fatigue, and feeling emotionally drained and disconnected. Slowing down isn't just a nice idea. Your body is asking for a new way, a softer way, a smarter way. So let me walk you through 5 practices that will help nourish your nervous system, reconnect with your body, and build emotional resilience that we all need in midlife. And just to be clear, I'm not saying that we should call it in, become sloths, and just lay around doing nothing. Although sometimes we do need a day or two like that. And we should do it unapologetically. I believe midlife is the ultimate opportunity for transformation, whether it's starting a new career or a business or picking up a new hobby, traveling, or just assessing what's working and what isn't, and then making some changes as necessary. So when I say slow down, I don't mean just throw in the towel and give up on your dreams or your goals. No. I am still quite ambitious. I still am going to run my business. It's going to change as I change and evolve. But what I mean is stop rushing. Let go of the mile-long, unrealistic to-do list and start to release some of the pressure that you put on yourself to do it all. Slowing down doesn't mean stopping. It means moving with intention and choosing where you focus your time and energy, making space for what actually matters in this life. So these are things that I've been trying to implement either weekly or daily, and they may not look exactly the same for you, but that's okay. My hope is that they will inspire you. So number 1, a body check-in. You can do this in the morning before work. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you play some soft music and put your hand on your heart. And ask yourself, how am I feeling right now in this moment? Where am I holding tension in my body? If you're like most of the women in my community, it's usually in your neck and your shoulders. Sometimes you feel it in your lower back. If I feel anxious or irritable, why? What's bothering me? What do I need more of today or this week? When we take a pause, and we check in with ourselves, we gain wisdom. We gain clarity. We are able to recognize what we need. Number 2, spend time in nature. Whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or all of the above, get outside. Get sunshine on your face or just natural light if it's cloudy out. Breathe in the fresh air. Look at the beauty around you. This time of year, at the time of this recording, it is May. There are flowers everywhere and they are gorgeous. Mike and I took Dawson to a park that we love yesterday and took a long, slow walk. And I literally stopped to smell the roses. I ended up taking one home with me. And I said to Mike, I love this slow pace. This is what my body needs. So try to do this often without your phone, without distractions. Your body holds on to stress and Mother Nature helps you release it. Let her support you. Number 3, sensual movement. Now, this may be hard for some of you because it was for me. So this is something you could do daily or just pick any day of the week. Play your favorite music. Don't have a workout plan. Just move your body, whether it's stretching or dancing or moving your hips. Let your body feel fluid, not mechanical. This helps release cortisol and helps you reconnect with pleasure. I bought a course from Melissa Woodard, and I'll link to her in the show notes. She helps women move away from burnout. And in her course, she includes movement practices. And I fully admit, the first time I tried one, I laughed and rolled my eyes at it. I thought it was ridiculous. But when I allowed myself to really experience it, to move my body in a way that I wasn't used to. I cried, tears rolling down my face. It was such a wonderful release for me because, like many women, we tend to be a bit rigid and forget to breathe at times. We are controlling. We are taking care of everyone and everything. And it is so challenging for us to slow down and not be so damn structured. Number 4, pleasure hour. Once a week, or maybe once per day. Maybe it's a Friday night or a Sunday morning. Do something for you. Maybe it is a long bath or a nap. Maybe it's laying outside or dancing or reading something really beautiful or self-pleasure. Whatever makes you feel good, do more of that. Pleasure, in my opinion, is medicine. And number 5, start rescheduling or deleting. Something that I do weekly, usually on Sundays, is I look at my calendar for the week ahead. I ask myself, what's necessary? What really needs to get done? And can some things be moved to a later date? Or can I delete some things altogether? The things that we sometimes believe are really necessary just aren't. So ask yourself, what can I let go of? Or what can I delegate? Making time for these practices helps you preserve your energy, regulate your nervous system, and you actually tend to get more done, but with less effort and without feeling like you are drowning because you shift your priorities rather than being all over the place. So if you've been stuck in overdrive or you feel guilty for resting, start small. Choose one of these practices this week. Allow yourself to experience slowness and pleasure. Let go of the guilt and allow yourself to rest. Because thriving in perimenopause is not about doing more. It's about letting go of who you think you need to be and learning to honor who you are now and who you are becoming in the second half of life. So if you're looking for support, as always, check the show notes for different ways that we can work together to help you feel better in this season of life. Thank you so much for listening. Please share this with a friend, and I will see you next time. Before you go, I want to mention something that may be helpful for some of you listening. If you've been dealing with low energy, mood changes, sleep issues, or stubborn weight in midlife, but you're not looking for a full program, I've created something really special for you. My Midlife Energy, Mood, and Metabolism Deep Dive is designed to help uncover the physiological patterns that often sit underneath those frustrating symptoms without committing to a multi-month container. You'll get an HTMA, hair tissue mineral analysis, a personalized plan, and private session so that you can stop guessing, make smarter decisions, and finally start to feel good. If you'd like more details, you can find everything in the show notes. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only. I am not, nor do I act as a doctor or any other medical professional. I am not providing healthcare, medical services, or attempting to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any physical, mental, or emotional disease or condition. The information shared is not intended to be a substitute for the professional medical advice provided by your own medical or mental health provider.